Are you ready to pocket $2.8 million in commissions? Well, let me show you how. My name is Kenya Rivas, and I'm here representing DR Horton, our Southwest division. And we have so many specs and so many homes in inventory ready for you to come with your leads, with your buyers. We will help you every single step of the process. And with that, our normal commission is around 4%, but we have homes up to 6%. That is all that chance that you have to be able to pocket all of this commission. And we're here to help you with every single part of the process from beginning to end. And we also have great incentives for all of your buyers when it comes from the financing side. We know how hard that can be, sometimes trying to find the best deal for them. But for that, we have our own in-house lender, DHI Mortgage, and Brent Hughes is here to give you a little more information on what we offer.
Thank you. My name is Brent Hughes. I'm with the in-house lender, DHI Mortgage. We basically team up with our sales agents and help them qualify their customers before they get here. We're here to answer all questions about rates, what they offer, what the qualifying scores are. We'd like to help you guys get your people qualified before they walk into the home. And then once we do that, then they can shop around and look at different neighborhoods. One of the things that we do a lot of is we go through each step of the process. We help the customer understand what a loan is, what's required, their history. We just try to make it as comfortable as possible, just basically because most people don't get loans for homes every day. It's a very stressful time, and we try to make them as comfortable as possible.
That's correct. So come see us. We do have homes in every size, every format, every kind of floor plan. We're there to help your buyer in any stage of their home buying process that they're in, and also in their journey in life, right? So come check us out. My contact information is 832-955-6521, or you can email me at kgrivas@drhorton.com.
And you can reach me at 281-744-5037. My email is bhughes1@dhimortgage.com.
Oh my goodness. Hello, everyone. I am Rita Santa Maria. I'm the owner and founder of Champion School of Real Estate. And I am truly, truly, truly excited today to have my longtime friend, Ron Sasson. Ron is the founder of Skyler.
Yes.
And 10 years ago, we became friends.
We did.
He was in the classroom at Champion School of Real Estate in our Houston Galleria School, taking a class with Alan Hancock. And Ron introduced me to AI 10 years ago. I had no idea what AI was. I just knew I should like it.
But you said
What
yes.
is your memory of that?
So, let's see, 10 years ago, I was sitting in Alan's class.
Yeah.
And I was working on a way for us to better engage leads. And back then it was at the beginning, wasn't matured, but we sort of knew where we wanted to go. And we showed up sort of like a prototype, and we had great feedback.
We did.
We did. And it was Alan's idea to come up to you and say, we have this something, it's called AI. And you were brave enough to say yes. And that was very special. And I'm not sure what you said yes to.
I had no idea what I was saying yes to. It just sounded so intriguing.
And you said yes. And we went back and diligently worked. And for a decade, every Tuesday and every Friday, we have been presenting ideas that sometimes were not a fit, sometimes failed, but we were always had this like North Star of how AI can help an agent and help an agent build relationships with his audience as opposed to just a transaction. And we finally are able to present something that can give an agent a lot of value and help them think of their business in very different ways.
You have come such a long way.
We have.
When I say we, it only means 10 years down the road, I actually know what AI means. I almost flipped it. And I actually know how important it is in our industry. I have seen this man work on a product in many different countries for many different types of businesses.
That's true.
And he keeps saying it was in the oven 10 years ago, and now it's out of the oven. And you are so understating who you are and what you're doing. Because now he's in Austin. His full-time attention is to what he's doing with this amazing platform of community.
Thank you.
So I had the pleasure of spending the afternoon with Ron today and talking about what he has completed, what he's working on, frankly, what Champion School of Real Estate is now a part of, which is a community. You're one of our students, and we invite you just to come into our Champion School of Real Estate community.
That is true.
And it's free.
It is.
We will have all different and do have all different benefits that you'll be able to take advantage of.
That's right.
But what's super, I want to say cool, is that too old fashioned?
No, I think you can say cool. You're
Okay.
into a lot of words.
What is so super cool and so beneficial for agents is how you can build your own community. Why do we need a community, and what's in the community?
So, first of all, in the world of AI, and where, for example, there's a lot of fragmentation and there's a lot of disconnected, if you will, thoughts, where, when you're some of these other platforms, you don't know what's real, what's not real, if it's a bot, if it's a real person. In the Champion School Real Estate community, you're going to get connected to real people that genuinely care about helping you. And they genuinely care about helping you reach whatever your next goal is. There's lots of features.
Now, how are we going to do that?
Well, we're going to make introductions, and these introductions are going to be relevant. And as you participate in the community, as you contribute, it's going to be a give and take relationship where you get a lot, you give a lot. And there are many different aspects to that community, from educating yourself, from learning how to be productive, from engaging your audience on their terms, from getting connected and getting advice on people that have done it before, who have failed it before. And you're going to find all of that at the Champions community. You're also going to be privy to agents sharing opportunities, from coming soons to off-market deals to potential or the ability for you to collaborate with some of your fellow classmates. And all of that is going to be powered by a platform that is scalable for you to not only be part of the Champion School of Real Estate community, but also be able to meet your audience on their terms and build a business that would actually have a lot of lasting power, because you're building a relationship. You're not just focusing on a single transaction.
I absolutely have been blown away with literally already with this platform being there and in existence, and we already have people in it.
We sure do.
And what we did in a short time, which was so much fun, is with Ron, I built out my conference room. I built out how I wanted it to look, how many chairs in it, so that when you're having a conference with someone, and this is totally different. This is Skyler Verse. And in that conference room, I said I wanted it U-shaped. I wanted comfortable chairs. I wanted glass so you can look out, not have claustrophobia if anybody was worried about that. Now, what is the idea and purpose in my mind that I'm expressing that? Is if I'm an agent and I have a buyer that says to me, I now want to go out to, let's say, Chapel Hill and look at farm and ranch property, I can go into this community and say, are there any farm and ranch brokers, agents available to sit down in my conference room, so to speak, and let's chat, have a cup of coffee and chat about some things that might be beneficial to understand about farm and ranch, and or are there any agents that might have the potential, if I wanted to refer that buyer to them, and we sit down and we talk about it, and I just see what each of you might have to offer. Is that a realistic situation?
Absolutely. And I think that those are the things that create a lot of value to everyone involved, and to the buyer where he feels comfortable with that agent, to the agent where they feel comfortable with the buyer, where she's not,
Oh, so you're visualizing the buyer as part of the group,
the buyer
asking
also,
questions.
the buyer can
And
also
then we decide who we want to refer that
for
buyer
example,
to.
For example, that could be definitely one aspect, and we can have specialized rooms for that to be in, whereas other Skylerverses are only for the agents,
Right.
talking about potential opportunities to present to that buyer.
In Skylerverse, you can actually have like breakout conference rooms,
You can,
just like with Zoom.
just like with Zoom, and you need to think of the Skylerverse not just as a two-dimensional space with breakout rooms, but maybe like a building where every floor could have different purpose and every floor could have a different function, where we can have mentorship, we can have education, we can have the ability to connect with maybe one-on-one teaching or additional mentorship if an agent needs. And all that's possible in the Champion School of Real Estate community.
Ron, what absolutely blew me away is we talked about, I'm an agent, I'm doing an open house, and is it okay for me to express these special attributes?
Absolutely.
Okay. So at my open house, I have a poster, a paper, and he did this so quickly. Meaning that if you're ready for your open house, you can do this. You've got your paper, you've got your QR code that was made instantly. And as your guests walk in the door, you can ask them if they would like to be part of your community. And with that being said, the guest would, take a shot of the QR code. They're now part of your community if they say yes, they want to be. And it instantly goes to their phone and they say, yes, I want to be. So now they're also going to get invitations and or evites to other open houses, also to a special event that you're doing. All of this is captured, and you have the ability to constantly be in touch with them with very valuable things. Like maybe I want to donate to my favorite charity. It's right there in my community. Like the Live Like Knox Foundation.
That is also true.
And it will take care of the donation like that.
One of the advantages to the agent is that when the agent will build his own community, no other platform can interfere with that community.
Okay, explain that.
All right. When you're building on other platforms, the platforms themselves are trying to be the community and the platform at the same time. So when you're building on one of the largest platforms you can think about.
Let me say Facebook. Yes?
You can.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
That platform may decide that you should see an ad from your competition. Or maybe, that platform may decide that you're going to see shampoo.
Okay.
And you, as an agent, say, my audience does
Why
not
am
want
I
to
seeing shampoo?
Yeah, your
Yeah.
audience does not want to see shampoo, and you don't want to see shampoo. But if you call up the CEO of that platform, he might say, well, I got to
This
pay
is
for
my platform.
it, and I got a yacht I need to pay for it. And if you don't want it, it's absolutely fine, but get off of my platform. And so, what we want to do is we want to give back the control of the community to the agent. The platform should not interfere with the activities and the community building of the agent. It is not the platform's audience to stuff shampoo down their throat. And what we're telling the agent is that if he finds a sponsor, if he finds a partner, that agent can decide.
Oh, so there is room for sponsorships.
Of course, and the agent should keep the money.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
The agent
Exactly.
is building the community. The agent can decide what kind of ads.
And they want to bring in XYZ
Of course.
roofing company
Absolutely.
or housekeeping services.
I'll give you a perfect example.
Uh-huh.
When agents are using us to host an open house, typically they are spending the full day of the open house and they've got potential buyers walking in.
Mm-hmm.
However, when they are setting up the event in their community, the platform allows them to add sponsors. So
Okay.
while they're sitting at the open house,
Mm-hmm.
the local yard company, the local inspector, the plumbing company, they are sponsoring the open house. They're getting marketing from the agent
Mm-hmm.
because the agent is marketing the open house.
Mm-hmm.
And on the open house invite,
Mm-hmm.
you can click to sponsor, or you can click on the sponsor, and you're seeing who is sponsoring the open house. The agent
Mm-hmm.
makes money sitting at the open house and getting paid to be at the open house. He's building relationships with the vendors.
Mm-hmm.
The vendors themselves are promoting the open house because they're
Right.
sponsoring it. And the seller is getting a lot more visibility because now all these sponsors are sponsoring the open
Mhm.
house.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wins.
Exactly.
And we've been able to
Mhm.
do that with really just a couple of clicks by the agent.
Oh, just the couple of clicks we did this afternoon,
Jessica.
I built my entire community and made just the most amazing conference room and brought in different events. And I'm telling you, it is extremely impressive because it's a true community and it would allow you to set up different events, as we said, gather all of your customer contact information. You are always bringing your community of people together that have similar careers, similar specialties. And if you're not similar, then you say, hey, I need help on this.
Or I would
Who's
like an
available to
introduction.
mentor? I would like an introduction.
So we have an entity called Skyler
Uh-huh.
that Skyler goes out on the network and makes introductions. And these introductions are insightful because they're based on some of the meaningful conversations.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the ways we have seen AI evolve is that AI gives answers. For example, if I wanted to learn how to build a table, I could go to AI and
Mm-hmm.
say, how do I build a table? And I'm going to get a very, a good, I think,
Exact
step-by-step
blueprint. Mm-hmm.
blueprint on how to build a table or any other subject that you can think of.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're not here to replace that. We're going to leave that to the big players, how to give an answer on just about everything. But where we're taking it is, how do we use AI not to give you answers, but to connect you with people? How do we
Hence
bring
community.
in hence community and the human element?
Mm-hmm.
How do we connect people insightfully? How do we make the introductions that create the fundamental, if you will, opportunity for agents to work with one another? So, what we're saying is let's not use AI just to give you answers. Let's use AI to connect you with people. And that is a very different use case of AI.
Hi, I'm Mary Scally with Houston Staging and Design, and we are one of the largest staging companies here in Houston. And what do? We are here as your best secret weapon. For occupied homes, we start with consultations, and we're going to talk to your sellers about everything that needs to be done in that house to get it ready for the market. And then for vacant houses, we have a 7,000 square foot warehouse with furniture and accessories to bring in the lifestyle of that house. Because we all know vacant houses do not sell. It's kind of like going to the grocery store with no clothes on and all you see is the flaws. So we really want to present your houses to get top dollar in the quickest amount of time on the market. So the best way to get in touch with us is you can either go to our website, which is houstonstaginganddesign.com, or you can just send us a quick email, hello@houstonstaginganddesign.com. We are here to serve your needs and to really partner with you to make you successful.
All of these years moving forward with everything you've done, and again, it is such a pleasure to be able to talk with you today
Thank you.
in front of all of our students and our friends on our social media sites. But to go from 10 years ago to just the introduction of AI with the CRM program that you had, and
That's right.
and scheduling agents to show, using AI to schedule buyers, sellers while you're out showing property. That's how it kind of started with Skyler. Did you have a vision of where you wanted to go with Skyler and AI, or has it evolved over these 10 years?
So I think when we started, we had a North Star, but I don't think the technology was even ready for everything we wanted to accomplish.
That's a great way to put it.
And we sort of have been on this wave where the vision of Skyler and the technology kind of pushed in the same direction. And now we're able to do things that we've always wanted to do, but we never were able to do. So I think the answer is the vision was always there. We always wanted to know, or we always believed that a real estate should not just be a transaction, it should be a relationship. And a relationship is not built with transactional steps like, set a call and then what? We had the vision of community, but back then I think we called it a relationship. That was what we were striving for, but it wasn't ready for that. And now we're at a very different, we have.
I just think that every agent building their own community, which I've seen literally thousands on your site that have already been built.
That is true.
In real estate, in health services, sciences, just different entities, but thousands of them. And I just am so enthused about, okay, so here's your community that you've built. You can invite all of your contacts from your CRM. You can invite contacts of people that you invite to come in. And now you're in the same place, the same community, and interacting with each other. There are just so many different entities to that I said to Ron, I know I would have to have a class on that because there's so many tools within the community to make it a community, to make it interactive, which it is already. So, having a class on it, building your community so that it benefits everyone, and interacting is just so very exciting. It takes the agent's whole platform of clients and prospects, and it's theirs.
That's right. So that's another thing that's important for us. Um, there are many times when agents switch brokerages,
Yes.
and there are many times when agents might think that when they switch a brokerage,
Mhm.
there is maybe a degree of being felt like they're hostage
Mhm.
because all of their tech tools are on the
Exactly.
brokerage. We want to make sure that the agent is free to move to whatever brokerage makes sense for them,
Mhm.
whether it's a big brokerage, a small brokerage, countryside brokerage, but their community, those relationships that they built, will be owned by them. It is not the brokers' communities, it is the agents' communities where they are helping their buyers and sellers go beyond just real estate, like advice on schools, advice on preparing your home for winter, maybe collaborating with a vendor. And we want to step back and say, how can we think of real estate not just as a transaction of opening or closing a door, but a more holistic sort of approach to seeing that these are people and families, and they need a referral to a school or a nanny.
And when we say we want to be your realtor for life, literally, if you're building your community, it doesn't matter where you are, what company you're with, you have your community that stays with you.
That I think that needs to be the North Star, because no one should be able to take away your community just because you're switching brokerages. To the same effect, no one can take away your phone number, and they have to put that in the law, just because you're switching cell phone providers.
We talked about that a
we
little
did.
bit.
I feel that's
And
a
I'm
strong
so
analogy.
glad it's a law. I
It
mean,
is.
my phone number for Champion School of Real Estate has been the same for 43 years, and I want it to stay.
And
Yeah.
imagine if the provider said you're going to pay our prices,
Mhm.
or you will lose
Or you
that
will
phone
lose
number.
it. That would
And
be a hostage situation.
that would be
Mhm.
something very
It
uncomfortable.
would be.
And that's what we're sometimes seeing, that, maybe a broker has a copy of all the leads of the agent
Mhm.
because the agent has been
Right.
putting it on the broker's platform.
Mhm.
Our guide, or we're guided by this one word that I think is going to shape and work hand in hand with AI. I think community is going to be the next evolution of our development, that we're seeking these relationships and partnerships and not just looking at transactions in isolated moments in time.
You've said that a number of times. Do you see a trend where all of us are looking for more relationships again? Do you feel like we've been a little lonely over these years?
I wouldn't say lonely, but I think that we're also tired of, content that we don't even know. These days it's so easy to create these bots that just shoot out contents
Mhm.
on the major platforms, and you don't even know if you're reading something that was written by a colleague or AI wrote those things.
Right.
And we're optimizing not for views, not for scrolls. We're optimizing for meaningful relationships. And that's a very different approach than just optimizing to get you hooked or addicted to just scrolling. We want you to really connect with another person, help another agent, or have an agent help you build value, help you in your next steps, in your next goal. And I think that when they come to the Champion School of Real Estate community, that's what they're going to get. So we're not looking at it just from maybe a transactional approach to taking a class and getting your credits and submitting it. We're looking at it to you're actually connected to an amazing and vibrant and thousands of students that could be your
can
next
help each other.
opportunity and your mentorship and maybe even your next deal.
Mhm.
So this is more than just a 2-hour credit CE class.
Mhm.
This is a place for you to really get value way beyond
Mhm.
the CE
So we're
credit.
hoping and believing, as we already have our people in class saying, yes, I'd like to be part of the Champions community. Our goal is, again, it's for free, but we're developing so many things that help you succeed. So many different tools that are there for you, because we truly feel that the more we can help you, our customer, then we are hoping and believing we're building a loyalty base. So when it's time for CE and that XYZ company offers it for free because they're sponsored by 4 or 5 sponsors, that you remember, I am getting all these benefits within my Champions community that I can't get elsewhere.
I think that is true.
There was another part of what you're working on, because this man is truly a genius, and I mean that with all my heart. There's another thing your company is working on, and you threw it out to me, and I thought, that is just amazing. You said, Rita, suppose that you wanted to meet with, let's say, 5 other business owners, and maybe it's not in education, but just 5 other business owners, maybe to talk about the latest trends in marketing or something.
Sure.
And that invitation idea, throw that out and talk about it.
So we have, like I said, many communities on the network. And one of the communities we have is something called Table Linked.
That's it, Table Link.
You're linked over a table. These are not massive rooms where we throw 40, 50 people and everyone kind of stands in the corner and is uncomfortable getting to know another person because there's just so many. You need to think of Table Linked as like business dating.
Okay.
6 people
Uh-huh.
that you don't know
Mhm.
that are curated by AI
Okay.
are going to dinner. You're going to say, I want to join. You pick your city, whether it's Austin, Houston, Dallas, and we're going to have this all over the country.
Don't forget San Antonio
And San Antonio, and
and every other city out
every
there.
other city. And you simply, Wednesday night at 7 p.m., are going to get a restaurant that you're going to go to. You're going to walk up to the hostess and you're going to say, I'm with Table Linked. And you're going to get set down, and 5 other business owners
I love it.
are going to sit down next to you, and they're all going to come in, and you're going to intentionally and network with intent. You're going to get to know them over dinner. And there are only 3 rules for Table Linked. Number 1, we only pick a restaurant that has a quiet ambiance so people can talk.
Perfect.
Rule number 2 is that the checks get split up. The restaurant has to agree to split the checks.
Love it.
So everyone obviously pays
It's all
for
the
what.
same even playing field.
That's right. And then you cannot talk about what you do and where you live for the first 10 minutes.
Oh.
And the reason we do that is because we don't want that to skew any type of connection.
Wow.
And so if you live in a rich place or you live in a middle class place, that is out of the picture. You cannot come in and say, oh, I'm a huge doctor, XYZ. You
I
be
love
you,
that.
and you connect, not based on those 2 parameters. Later in the
That
conversation,
is so smart.
those things can obviously
come up.
unfold. That's right.
So it doesn't skew your first impression and maybe hinder what you want to offer to the conversation as
right.
well.
That's right. We want you to connect not on those 2 terms. So where do you live
love
and
that.
what do you do?
I love it.
And those are the 3 rules. And business owners find their next opportunity They find a friend to go walking with. They find a friend to play a game of bridge or mahjong, whatever helps them get connected in meaningful ways. And I think that as agents participate, they might even find a buyer, but we don't know what they're going to find. And we're not going to script it. However, the AI is going to kind of be that invisible hand that makes gently suggests some people to meet together. The more you participate in the champions community, the more you add value. It's a give and take. The more you give, the more you take, and the more you take, the more you give. And that yin and yang, that symbiotic relationship is going to you'll really be surprised.
I'm really very excited about it.
Yes.
And it's already in place.
It is.
That's
Wednesday nights,
pretty
7
amazing.
p.m.
So let me finish up with one last question, because this has been just my honor to be able to talk with you today. The timing was perfect for you, and I appreciate that.
Thank you for inviting me.
Where do you see AI taking us down the road in the future, the next 10 years?
I think that we're going to be, on one hand, shifting many of the jobs that we currently do. I think we're still going to see real estate agents, and we're still going to see this profession stay strong. I think it's going to change the way we connect with people. I think that community is going to come to the forefront of how we connect, because AI may do a lot of the maybe logistics. AI is going to do a lot of the planning, or might even, show properties or float properties. But we're still going to need that guidance, because real estate is not just a transaction. It is a much wider lens, or should be viewed from a much wider lens, as helping someone new come into town and someone you get introduced.
Exactly.
And we're going to see the agent play a much wider role than just, can you get this door opened or not? And we will always, as biological creatures, if you will, seek human connection. And we're going to be in a very exciting time as AI allows us to surface these things. And I can't wait to see everyone in the community and get connected and hear your or the audience's thoughts on that question.
Well, I have to tell you that one more time, I talk with you, I see you, and I get just totally alive with the future and what's coming down the road. And yet, at the same time, what is here right now for us to take advantage of.
That's right.
And for each agent, for each company even, to build their own community and have within that community their own client base, their own prospect base, everyone that they've networked with, that they want to continue to network with, and give them value within this community. You can take that community anywhere you are. And we at Champion School of Real Estate want to make sure that our students are in this community, and we'll take great care of you within this community. We help you any way we can.
I think so. And I think that you're going to see a lot of advantages beyond just the class. We're going to have conferences, and you're going to be able to learn.
And a conference on AI.
And a conference on AI. And you're going to learn, you're going to grow. We have the Looped In Network community.
That's right.
Where we have listings and leads that you can get referrals
On Looped
from.
In.
On Looped In. So lots to explore
Mm-hmm.
and lots to grow. And this is something that, Champions believed in me 10 years ago.
Yes, absolutely.
And there's a lot to that.
Thank you.
So thank you very much for doing that as well.
You're so welcome.
And thank you for all your work on the foundation. And
Love it
thank
for
you
my
also,
sweet grandson.
yes, and to
Noxie.
Kim.
Hmm.
And thank you for doing all you do for the real estate industry. And thank you for believing and growing what is, you know, I'll also say one thing. I learn from people all the time. And one of the things I've always thought was just amazing is that you have teachers here that have worked for you for 30 and 40 years. And I know how hard it is to keep employees. And I say, what's the magic trick? How do you keep somebody that I'm sure every couple of years has a better opportunity, has maybe a school that offered him $1,000 more, but yet they stay? And I think that is a testimonial to your leadership and to your vision. And I wanted to thank you very much, because it's not
Gosh,
easy.
Ron,
It's not easy to do.
thank you for noticing that.
I think so.
Did you notice my shoulders got a little straighter as you were talking like about those wonderful compliments?
Well, they're true.
Our teachers, our staff are just fantastic.
They are.
I think you can pay people in order to encourage them to stay. I don't think that's the answer with all my heart. I absolutely believe it's telling people and genuinely demonstrating with words how much you appreciate them, and showing it and saying it and relaying back to them the value they bring to your business. And there's not any time, any year, any month that goes by that myself, my daughter Kim, our staff Kurt, Debbie, our managers, our teachers like Alan, there isn't any time that we don't say to our students, thank you for choosing us. Because without your choosing us, we don't have a business. And yet I flip that around and also know in all our heart, we say to our staff, thank you for being here every day, showing up on time, having great customer service, trying to make every person that walks in the door, their transition to this new career, as easy as possible, not scary, reassuring. Okay, so now the outcome of that is, do you want to leave a company where people walk in the door and you actually change their lives and they tell you that?
Yes.
There aren't companies out there where you get to change people's lives. And they know they could go to XYZ and they'll get information. They'll still come to us to take the prep to pass, whether it's real estate loan appraisal inspection, to pass the exam. They'll take our preps, but they walk in the door consistently and say, thank you for what you did that allowed me to change my life and my career. That is the most fulfilling position, job, career you could ever have.
I agree, but I would like to add one more thing.
Please do, because you're the genius sitting here today. I mean that completely.
I would combine your answer with not being afraid to bet on the right vision, even when you yourself
don't
yes. exactly
understand it.
Because to walk,
I know where you're going.
To walk into the biggest school of real estate in Texas and to try in sort of like a lab, something that at the beginning wasn't 100% put together, but to not have you excommunicated from the school is a big thing. And I think it's a testimonial to your leadership and to understand that big visions take some time to mature, and to because when we started, we didn't even understand what we were doing.
Rita did not know what AI was.
But she said yes. And
They
many
say
schools,
yes.
but many schools said no. And so I wanted to thank you for that. And I think that, and to Alan's credit as well, because at the beginning, many times you would scan the code and get routed to
Mhm.
you know, an ice cream parlor or something. I don't even know what we were
Right.
doing. And I think that combined with your previous statements of appreciation, of having that vision, not being afraid to bet on a future that you yourself don't exactly know what it might bring. And I want to remind you that that article that came out in, that spoke about our
Inman?
relationship, set the tone for, a decade of partnership. And
It did.
That's not,
And when he says a decade of partnership, this man guest speaks for free every Tuesday, every Friday that we have CE in Alan's class, and just talks about AI.
that is true. And we've been consistently
10 years.
That's right. And we've been improving it, making it better. And I think that now we're ready for to open the doors and to invite everybody that really wants to see something interesting to come join the Champion School of Real Estate and to get really value way beyond the classroom and something that even they may not have imagined that could be possible.
I can definitely say more than they would ever imagine, because I thought just saying yes to AI that I had no idea what you've been working on for 10 years, and it's pretty darn amazing.
Thank you
Pretty
very
darn
much.
amazing. Thank you, Ron Sasson.
And thank you, Rita.
Skyler, my pleasure. Skyler take a good look at this gentleman, because he is a genius.
Rita, you're too much.
No, he is. And I will enjoy watching where it goes the next 10 years.
I
So
think
just
you're gonna
don't
be-
forget your friends down here on the lowly ladder
I
as
think,
you
Rita,
zoom
you're
up
going
to
to be
the
part
top.
of the guidance.
Well,
around
that's
here.
very kind.
I think you're going to be part of the responsible adults in the room.
Okay. I'll go for that.
I think you earned it.
Thank you, students. Thank you, friends. Thank you, champions. And again, I just want to say thank you to our staff and our teachers, because Ron has observed that you all are just the creme de la creme. You go to Champion School of Real Estate and you become a champion. So again, thank you, Ron Sasson, Skyler. Just go check out his website, see what he's working on right now. And what is that website they can go to?
Skyler.network/Champion School of Real Estate.
Can you believe that? It's awesome. Thank you so much.
Very good. Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much, Rita.
Hold on, can we do that again? So I'm Matt with Texas Edge Home Inspections, and we do home inspections all across the Houston area. Of course, I don't have to emphasize the importance of home inspections to use it. Oh, I got to take. Yeah, Texas Edge. I'm Texas Edge with Matt Home Inspections. Wait, that can't be right. Can we roll that one more time? Give me one more time. You guys, I'm Matt with Texas Edge Home Inspections and The Build Show. I'm a certified master inspector here in the Houston area, and I run a team of 3 inspectors. I don't need to tell you the importance of home inspection. We all know the importance of home inspection, but the important thing is to hire a good, thorough inspector that's going to do a good job and have your client's best interest, and that is us. You can find us at www.texasedgeinspect.com. Also, social media. We do all kinds of cool stuff there. Texas.edge.inspect is how you can find us across all platforms. Come check us out, guys. We want to inspect your house.